How y'all doing? You got StudStyle, Tarot. Uh-oh. Yeah, you see how, right, somebody's thinking. Somebody's thinking of what y'all could have been. Hopefully that wasn't too damn long. Because, man, I was definitely in the zone. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. What's today, y'all? May 4th? 5th? Boy, happy Cinco de Mayo, huh? No, it's the 4th. Yup. Almost Cinco de Mayo. Okay, okay. Yeah. Let me get settled and situated. Because as y'all know, got to have multiple cameras. Got to be watching at all times. Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Still getting set up. Thank you for your patience. Y'all see the cards on my table, right? Yeah, the energy. The energy. As I cleared the table, we see somebody's being blocked, but it's somebody who knows you guys have tantric sex. hmm Somebody who is feeling left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles. But they watching you, collective, in that Page of Swords. Oh yeah, you know they watching you. Spying, stalking, because they want this tantric sex with you. Have you ever found somebody that you had tantric sex with? Ooh, I don't even know why it's coming out like that, but that's that angelic energy, right? Tantric sex with an angel. Y'all, I got some tarot dice, but let me see if I could pull up because you know my little situation over here. All these damn phones. I think the phone I need is in the other room. But we gonna break out with it, y'all, okay? We gonna do it. Oh, here we go. Yep. See? There's too much shit on this table, y'all. Let me call in spirit, angels, ancestors, and guides. Thank you so much for your covering and your protection as I channel these messages for the collective. If anybody's sending any negative energy my way, please return it to the sender 1,000-fold and bind it to him, spirit. So mote it be. In Jesus' name, we pray. Ashe, Ashe. Grand Rising Sincere. I see you. Grand Rising. Man, when I tell y'all I was channeling earlier, and I'm not gonna lie, the tears were back in my eyes because it's crazy how right now, as I go back to Spirit Radio, I'm seeing the song CPR. Resuscitate. Somebody want you to have CPR performed on your heart because they feeling like you blocking them, collective, and you leaving them out in the cold. Five of Pentacles. I mean, I just cleared the table. And this is what wound up being at the bottoms of the decks, y'all. You blocking them from this tantric sex. This healing sex that they know y'all have together. So CPR, somebody's wanting to resuscitate your heart for them. collective, because we see them watching, right? Here they go, watching. Okay, okay. I'm going to pull out some more cards. See, I'm trying to figure out, should I use this deck? You know, at least use one of the decks. Let's use this deck, right? Okay, hold on. Before I do, I got to light my candle, okay? I got to do it. I need the divine in the building. I need them here, okay? That's the only way I get down. Gotta do it. Thank you, thank you. I feel better already. And because I'm telling you, the channeling of the energy. I heard so much this morning on Spirit Radio. Like it started off with the instrumental, and the name of the name of the song was East Bay or something like that. And I immediately heard my spirit guide say they feeling like they on the East Coast with you, like they all the way on the other side, and you on the West. You know, like bipolar for real, polar opposite type energy. I got that right off the rip. And then it was that I've been waiting my whole life to find someone like you. And I was like, damn, right? But then when that Desire by Raheem Devon came on, that's when the tears, my eyes started swelling up. I was like, oh, hell no, spirit, hell no. So I really was like in a trance at that moment, like channeling, like it was stuff going on with my body parts, like, you know, like I'm moving in a, you know, a way that the music is moving me. And I'm like, whoa, you know, this is deep, right? You know, this is deep. You know, but this person really yearning, yearning for you. And then now we hear the sweet justice happening right now. Because wait a minute, what was the song when I first walked in? Y'all remember? Ooh, did you hear that vibration? The sweet on the sweet justice collective, you might be getting your sweet justice. Because okay, yeah, I think the song when I walked in was what we could have been. Remember? Y'all might have to rewind the video. Y'all actually gonna see me like it's crazy. Y'all gonna see me for a hot second, my little ring light, but I have to put on my shades to protect my eyes, man. My eyes are really weak when it comes to these strong rays, these light. It's deep, y'all. It is. So then after the I've been waiting my whole life to find someone like you know, someone's over here now thinking of what y'all could have been, you know, and wanting the CPR. That CPR was playing right after that. Can somebody resuscitate your heart? But I don't think it's going to happen, collective, for this person because the song that's playing right now is that sweet justice. And I know y'all heard me when I was like, did y'all hear the phone, the vibration? Like all of that and that synchronization, you know, happen because this is somebody who might just have to watch you, right? They might just have to watch you, even though they know y'all got this tantric sex. And they may feel like they need your tantric sex right now. They may feel like they need it. We gonna see, y'all. I'm about to shuffle. I'm just still channeling as you already know. Oh, is that right? I didn't. Thanks for the update. Wow. See that? Well, I do have on a white shirt, so I'm still doing my part. Believe it or not, I am wearing white. So even without getting the memo, I'm wearing white. See how spirit works? For real. Watch, when y'all rewind the video, y'all gonna see I got on a white t-shirt. Promise, promise. This is the reason why somebody is stalking you though, because you have tantric sex. Y'all see this? We got the emotional manipulator in the reverse. Somebody who you said you already know they MO, right? And you not doing it no more because that's why they blocked. Y'all see the block card right here? Wow. This is somebody who really thought they was going to be able to come in and manipulate you emotionally. This person who's stalking you, it's not working. Wow. I see you, spirit. I see you. You said hell no, because the energy is blocked and they feeling left out in the cold. See, and I've been getting all kind of messages in regards to that. When people are like polar opposites, you have a person who feels like they need to get to you because because you ground them, you calm them, you make them feel level now because their energy is so chaotic. Like they need to get to their grounding point, which is how sometimes people look at you. But do you see how these cards are coming out in the reverse? I am not holding the deck in the reverse. I know it. But do y'all see false person came out in the reverse? This could be somebody who you see as a false person, but they don't want you to see them that way. Bottom of the deck, right? Four of Cups energy. This is somebody who we already saw that they feel left out in the cold right now, right here. Five of Pentacles, they feeling left out in the cold, but now they also feel like you just might reject them if they come towards you. Or better yet, this could be them feeling rejected because they chose those three cups when you were the gift from God. Imagine that, huh? Imagine that. And so here we go now. We got this Eight of Pentacles energy behind that. Somebody ready to do the work. Somebody ready to do the work, y'all. At the bottom of the deck, we have Come Here by Sabrina Claudio. And I think her lyrics is, I want you to come here. I want you to come here. Hey, I know y'all heard that song. However she sing it, it's an energy, y'all. But you just might reject them. See, they want you to come to them. And I know y'all heard that confirmation. You just might reject them. This is how they're feeling now that they're ready to do the work. But you said you ain't dealing with people who play games. This is somebody who probably feels like they can't Wow. You see how spirit do when it be at the bottom of the deck and they want it to come out? Mm, mm, mm. That person is feeling rejected by you, collective, because you trying to stay balanced. Oh my God. You trying to stay balanced in your life. And here they go, wanting to come in this Knight of Wands energy. You see that? Player, 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 player. Hell no. Right? Hell no. That's why it ain't working. Because you already know, collective. You already know they trying to come in and be a player still. Still. You trying to keep your shit right. That's you in that Two of Pentacles. You like, I'm not doing it. But y'all, I don't know if y'all see this deck right here. I see this 44 peeking out at me at the bottom. And then wait a minute, why does the block card have 9-9? Wow. Look at this and look at this. Somebody doing spell work. You see that? You see that? I just saw the 44 peeking at me. And I was like, what's that card? You being blocked because they doing spell work. Damn, y'all see that? Look at my spirit guides. They don't play. That's the reason why you ain't fucking with them, right, collective? You trying to stay grounded and keep your stability and your security balanced by staying the F away from this mofo, right? You said you ain't got time for this mofo. I'm trying to watch. Ooh, I don't know if y'all seen that. I was trying to pick up the deck. Y'all see me? I was trying to pick up the deck because I wanted to show y'all how they feeling left out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles towards this tantric sex. And look at the card that Spirit left on the table right here, y'all. Look at the card. You see how my angels work? This is somebody who is going through a depression about this shit, y'all. You rejecting them got this person depressed. Wow. Wait a minute. Ooh, hold on. Wait a minute. Damn, what else, Spirit? What else? Okay, you know what? Let's do it. What else? Here we go. They know you don't give a fuck. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ain't that some shit? Wait, should I do one more, y'all? Are we being nosy? Because, see, yeah, they can't come in and play the game with you no more. They said they little antics don't work no more. They know you ain't trying to hear shit they saying. You know they ain't trying to, they know you ain't trying to hear what they saying. I'm going to get one more, y'all, because I'm nosy. They insecure. Yup. There it is. Mic drop, right? Mic drop. Mic drop. Let's keep going. See, you know, the way my ancestors and guides speak through me, right now, the song is playing on Spirit Radio is Suffocate by Jay Holiday. You know, I don't know what song that is. Let me see what that song is. Hold on, y'all. It's going off. Oop, it's going off, y'all. Here go the new song. Love Me Like That. Somebody wants you to love them like that again, collective. Somebody wants you to love them like that again. Mm. Hey, that tantric sex though, right? That tantric sex though. Here we go. See, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm tempted to know. I'm tempted. Current energy. One more spirit. Oh, this contract is over. Mm, mm, mm. There's a divorce happening. There is a divorce happening. Damn, Gina. Spirit. Wow. Should I keep going? Okay, wait a minute. Because I'm just pulling from the top of the deck. Let me let me shuffle this deck, y'all. Let's see what Spirit got to say about this false person. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. In the reverse. Okay. This person who don't want to be, don't want you to see them, but they are. Ooh. See, look at what's happening for that false person in the reverse. They going through a bank failure right now. Really, Spirit? They money is fucked up. Ooh, and Spirit said caution right after that confirmation. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I know y'all heard that. Love me like that. And in parentheses, it says champion love. Champion love, y'all. Wow. Damn. This is deep. This is deep. You had the best of the best. You was the best of the best. And you said, I'm choosing me right now. I'm choosing me. I'm trying to keep my finances and my stability. Those two pinnacles right now. Did you hear that confirmation? My financial and my stability in balance right now. I'm standing alone and I'm doing this shit myself. It's okay. I'm good without you. I feel it, collective. I'm loving that energy right there. You said I'm fine without you. Mm. Yeah, because they going through some financial problems, right? Yeah. Bank failure. You don't need, okay, Spirit, okay. Okay. See, sometimes when they make that kind of noise, I just take it. Look at you coming through with the tired of drama. But you know what? That could be that person. Mm-hmm. Which is why they want to come back to you. Uh-huh. But they being blocked. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I'm telling you, for real, they feeling left out in the cold right now. Uh-oh. No, they didn't. No, they did not come through with this pregnancy test at the bottom of the deck. Collective. No. Somebody think they might be pregnant. What? Oh, and the police are now involved in some shit. Oh my God. Here we go. Ooh, you definitely don't need that type of shit in your life, collective. You better stand your ground. What? What, Spirit? What? Mm-mm. Somebody doing spells, doing rituals right now. Who doing rituals? What's the ritual activity, Spirit? Wait a minute. I'm a shuffle. I'm a shuffle. What's up with that, Spirit? This person who's being blocked. Who's being blocked for doing spell work? Because okay, what's this? Two cards. Okay. Here we go. Love offer. Ah. Damn. See? Somebody who wants this new beginning. This Ace of Cups. Somebody who wants a new beginning, but they're being blocked. So is that why the rituals are happening behind the scenes? Because they can no longer do this anymore, right? They can no longer emotionally manipulate you. So this is somebody who felt like they had to resort to spell work, rituals. Damn, Gina. See, here we go. The emotional pain that this person is feeling, the heartbreak. Because, see, I just heard Spirit tell me this is somebody who really thought they could come back to you whenever they were ready. Whenever they was ready. And it don't work like that over here. Right, collective? The fuck? Somebody thought they had you on a string? They had you on a leash? They could just put you away, tuck you away for a little bit, then come back when they was ready? See, this is somebody who's seeing you in this 11 energy, actually getting money right now. Spirit is blessing you. You have an abundance right now in your life. Did you see that? Actual money coming in for you. Uh-huh. And they being blocked. And they having, wow, the bank failure. Look what just flipped over, y'all. I don't know if I can show it for a long time. The lust card. Somebody's lusting right now. Lord Jesus. Somebody's lusting right now. See, that's the problem. Uh-huh. See, that part, right? Mm-hmm. Exactly. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, I'm telling you, this is somebody who really feels like, oh, we got a hater in the room. Hey, look, I appreciate somebody acting as the moderator. Did I make you a moderator, Sincere? Did I make you a moderator? There we go. Thank you, Sincere. I appreciate you. Oh, wait. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, there you go. Look, there you go. You moderate. You coming in the blue now. Uh-huh. Thank you. Because it looked like somebody retracted a comment. Here we go. Now you are. Sincere is the moderator. Grand Rising. Yep. And I'll go ahead and make you one too, fam. Yep. There we go. Now that I see that they're allowing me to work from here as well. Mm-hmm. Get some moderators up in here. I don't know what's going on with that one, but I'm glad that whatever that comment was retracted, because I was feeling the energy with that person right there. I was. See, I got my shades on, so I can't really see everything, but I appreciate whoever did that. Thank you so very much. So y'all see how we have somebody who's lusting over you. Okay? Yes. We you know, we got trolls everywhere, okay? Hating on the message coming through. And it was crazy because wait, I got a segue. The channeling started when I had uh saw someone commented on my last video. I hadn't been on here in like 5 days. I was like, oh hell no, I got to give this message to YouTube right here. And as I was watching the video and listening to Spirit Radio at the same time, that's when the tears started coming through because I was listening to the desire, and the name of the video that was my video said the person is feeling like a dummy but low on fuel, and it says something about in still in devil energy or in devil energy, like it just was flat out in devil energy. So I'm like, I'm over here feeling the devil's energy because I'm telling you, like that moment, that smoke session, when I was channeling at that moment through that song, I had thought had stopped doing that. Being able to feel the tears of that person. My eyes really did swell up. That feeling came back, and I was like, wow, on that desire card. So I was like, I gotta get on. I gotta get y'all this message. And here we go. Cause see, you know, on this fine Sunday, we see the collective is trying to maintain a balance. And here we go. The card that just came out with the third oracle is that somebody is lusting right now, but they don't want you to think that they're a false person. They don't want to be this false person, but they are. They are. They're having a bank failure. See, look at this, y'all. Look at this. Just as I was getting the shuffle, I'm gonna go on ahead and take those two. But y'all see what the card is? This is you, your energy. You being tired of drama because you trying to stay balanced. Didn't I say that? I said that this was you at the bottom of the deck, balancing your finances and your stability. Two of Pentacles. You trying to stay stable right now, you know, and have your chakras balanced. But look what was covering that card. This is somebody who wants to get you in a third party sitch. Do you see this, y'all? Do y'all see Spirit trying to talk? That's why they heartbroken. Because your ancestors and guides ain't playing about you. But maybe, I don't know, maybe you might be the one that's pregnant right now with the pregnancy test. I don't know. This person having a pregnancy scare and they're unsure of their results. Is that why they're heartbroken? Because now, on top of having a bank failure, they about to have a baby. Collective, leave this person out in this Five of Pentacles, okay? Leave this person out in this Five of Pentacles. Even though you see this Eight of Pentacles is coming back out. Remember, we saw that Eight of Pentacles behind the deck. I'm trying to remember what the card is that it was behind, that was at the bottom of the deck. See, we're going to have to rewind for that one because we saw the Eight of Pentacles come back out because I was saying now they ready to put in the work. I was like, now they ready to put in the work. And it was after something that was at the bottom of the deck. But we see it here again on this deck. Five of Pentacles wanting to come in and put in the work now. Maybe because they see you pregnant, with new money coming in. Remember we saw the actual money? That's what it was. It was the actual money card. And then behind that, it was the Eight of Pentacles, the boy that for me always looks like the Boy Scout. He's trying to be the good Boy Scout and come in and ready to work, ready to serve, ready to be the example, citizen, or companion, mate, now that they see you getting money. Now that they see you getting money, or at least about to be, but we already saw, look, the love offer and the blocked came out together. But my cars are trying to slide because it was on top of that rock, y'all. My bad, my bad. These two cars came out together. They're being blocked from this love offer, which is you. There's been a divorce. They didn't know. Putting you on the shelf was going to lead to this ending. They didn't know. Now they over here depressed because you ain't trying to hear shit, right? You ain't trying to hear shit. That's what Spirit said. And then it's crazy because y'all remember I pulled them cards from the top of the deck. Look, flip my style. Then shuffled everything else. Like, it's crazy. I'm doing different shit today and still getting the message. This person came out being blocked from this love offer because they want to be in this lustful energy. Uh-oh. Why the Spirit got 69 on this card? 69 adds up to, man, 6 plus 9, look, 15, devil energy. 15. The 15 card is the devil energy, which, 1 plus 5 is 6. But, even though sometimes, we associate 666 as the devil, sometimes 666 can be a good change too happening, like a spiritual change for somebody who could be in devil energy, which is now wanting to come in to put in the work, right? Y'all see that? Because they heartbroken. I almost feel like this person is heartbroken because they want to come in and now they pregnant with somebody else's baby. And they want you to come in and help raise it with them. Ooh. Look at this, y'all. The 9 of Swords. Sleepless nights, anxiety and depression, breaking point, negativity. And I don't know if y'all see where these cards fell. I don't know if you see where these cards fell. They fell on top of this third party sitch and the chakras card. See, somebody might be trapped in their head about the things that they was trying to do to you, being the person who's the balanced energy, right? They might be trapped in their head about how they was trying to get you in this entanglement. Because that's what it's looking like. Wow. And then we can't make it up because they tried to get you in that entanglement. You walked away in that 8 of Cups. This is the 8 of Cups card in this deck. Look at the imagery, right? You walked away and it was because you was divinely guided. 6 of Swords. Your spirit guides told you to leave this mofo alone, right? This person who now is ready to do something impulsive in this Knight of Swords energy. Y'all see that? Y'all see how that fell out? This is somebody who's trapped in their head. They depressed because they like, damn, I did all that fuck shit. I did all that fuckery, and now the collective is hip to my shit. now the collective sees right past my bullshit. I can't even run the lick no more on the collective. The jig's up, right? The jig's up. Damn. And They getting that paper right now. They looking like money. Okay? If you ain't got it, you looking like it. Okay? And they stuck in their head about how they tried to put you in this third party sitch, and you got to the point where you was like, I'm not doing drama no more. But like I told you, I caught a little flip. I caught a little flip, and spirit was telling me that this person is tired of the drama over there with that third party. Because see, the four cups, you was the gift that they rejected, but now they want to come back in, as you can see, and they know you gonna reject them because they don't want you to see them like this false person, but you do. You do. Maybe this person, look, the flip side of the coin is they don't want to be with that false person anymore because that person caused them bank failure. This third party. Yeah, because y'all know how I be catching the flip. This third party that they don't want no more. But y'all see how I channeled the energy? I said they don't want you to see them as as a false person no more. They can no longer manipulate you because remember, emotional manipulator in the reverse. So I'm like, they can no longer manipulate you, and they don't want you to see them as a false person, but they are. And the reason why they insecure and depressed and everything, because they know if they come in towards you, you gonna reject them. Because they chose the third party. And shoot, if anything, oh, okay, I was gonna say shoot, it looked like it was another cup there, but no, no, it's not. It's only three on the table. Shoot, I'm already ready to accuse them of some shit, right? Having an extra cup on the table. Hey, maybe that's some insight. Ooh, ooh. Did y'all hear that? I'm telling you, my spirit guys do not play. This person got extra cups. We just don't see them on the table. Damn. This is the reason why this person is trapped in their head. Nine of Swords. They at their breaking point because they had all these other options, being in this lustful energy, and spirit had to go on and cut the contract with them, which with you and them. There has been a spiritual divorce, right? In the spiritual courts between you and this person. They are no longer your divine counterpart because they did this. These cards go here. Bottom of the deck. Wow, but you see how they have fell out right there. Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You are in this wounded warrior energy when it comes to them. You're guarded. You're very guarded. But even though you done been through a whole lot with this person, hey, look how we got the 9-9 coming back out. Because the 9 of Swords just came out. Now we got the 9 at the bottom, the 9-9. You're still fighting the good fight. You're still moving on. You're still progressing. You're close to success right now. You have resilience. You're exuding resilience against this person who is lusting after you. And you probably know they're lusting after you, right? Which is even more reason to hold back. because that ain't the right energy. Wow, this card fell out and literally fell into my lap, y'all. Three of Pentacles. Somebody who really wants to come together. They want to collaborate. Y'all see that? They want to put something together. Be a team. Teamwork. They want to put something together with you. But they not in the right energies, collective. Y'all know it. Your intuition is telling you that. Ooh. That's a lot, Spirit. Really? Wow. This is damn near the bottom of the deck that got dropped into my hand. I'm not doing that. Not today, y'all. Okay, that was too much. It had dropped from the bottom. That was like a quarter of the deck. For real. Because y'all know it's about that time. But I'm going to do y'all right since I haven't been on for a minute. Judgment came out of the deck. Do y'all see this? And look where it fell. It fell right on the third party sitch and the chakras card. It is coming out for this third row here. You know, this is someone who is going through judgment. The 20 card. See, I got to start remembering some of the major arcanas do have numbers attached to them. Judgment. This is somebody who is now having a reckoning right now. It says reflection and return. Awakening. They're definitely having an awakening, having to be stuck with somebody who's causing a bank failure in their life and having to watch you get actual money right now. Because remember, I know y'all remember I showed y'all that card. See, okay, we gonna make it so that we just see these two. This Nine of Swords, who's in the Knight of Swords energy. But we also saw that Knight of Swords come through as a Knight of Wands as well. Remember, we saw that Knight of Wands. See, here you go at the bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles, collective. They going through a judgment because they chose that third party over you, and you wound up being the damn 10 of Pentacles on your own without them. Family and legacy, inheritance, foundations, higher commitment. This is somebody who still sees you as their 10 of Pentacles, collective. They're still seeing you as that. And that's why they want to come in as a knight, but they're having to realize that you have chosen a different path in this Two of Wands energy. they're having to realize that you have gone on. You have left the building. Two of Wands followed by Eight of Pentacles, and you're putting in the work on your own pentacles, raising your standards, realizing that you want more in your life. But here they go, coming in this Page of Cups energy. You see that? Wanting to apologize now. But they got all these burdens. 10 of Wands. They got too many damn burdens, collective. We already seen that. They're insecure and going through a depression. See, here go this 9-9. That 9-9 came back through for us, remember? I was trying to figure out what card it was. It's the block card. The 9-9 card. Divine protection. Yeah, we saw that. This person still sees you as they 10 of Pentacles. And that's why they heartbroken, huh? That's why they heartbroken. Yep, there it go. There it go. They heartbroken because they see you getting that real dough. And they over here going through a bank failure. Uh-huh. For real, for real. Knowing that they should have been with you. That you were their soulmate. You see this relationship card? Knowing they were supposed to be with you. But you done ascended. You done rose higher than them now, right? You done rose so much higher than this. You've passed this person. You've passed them. And now here we go with the false narrative. You know, they over here talking shit. People over here lying and gossiping about maybe how you getting your money, about how, you know, you changed up and acting funny. You know, they over here making up all kinds of things, collective, you know, because you just over here trying to stay balanced. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you trying to keep the drama low. But see, here go that Knight of Wands. Because remember, you're tired of drama. But so are they. You know, see, they're tired of the drama that they going through, which is the reason why they want to come towards you. Because see, they also seeing you in this magician energy. But they could also be in that magician energy, right? Trying to manifest you in that Knight of Wands energy. See, and then look, here we go. Trying to manifest this temperance angel. They trying to manifest this temperance angel right here. They want you bad, collective, but they heartbroken. They heartbroken, huh? Fifth card. Wow, we cannot make it up. The Empress came up behind that. So you an empress and a temperance angel energy that they trying to manifest. You see that? They said maybe if I come in with some good sex, which we saw that came out on the table, the lust, that'll get them in. That's what this person is thinking. They said maybe if I come in with some good sex, that'll get me in. That's the impulsive move. Is that the impulsive move, Spirit? Spirit said they being blocked, y'all, okay? From this love offer. We already saw that. Because they cannot manipulate you anymore. So you probably already knowing the tea, right? You already know how they trying to come in. So, you know, maybe that's why they're a little hesitant to come towards you. But see, this is what's throwing me off right here. Who's pregnant? Who pregnant, Spirit? And having the police having to come out, having to have the police get involved. Who came up pregnant? Is that some tea? Oh, did somebody get somebody else pregnant? Just as they was being thrown away? I don't know, y'all. But this might be some extra tea being spilled. See, somebody was over here getting a room with somebody. Here we go. Somebody was over here getting a room with somebody else and possibly got somebody pregnant. What's going on? Spirit. This might be some wow, some behind the scenes activity happening in somebody's life. Throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. Ooh, you know what I just heard? Oh my God. No, Spirit. No. Did somebody have an abortion because they found out they was pregnant? And that's what made them have this fight that brought the police out? Hey, because again, like I said, this might be some tea being spilled. You know, somebody who, I don't know, could have been creeping while they was, together, right? Like so somebody could have got pregnant by somebody else. See, and was keeping somebody a secret. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but this right here, this gonna resonate with somebody. I know it. This little part right here, this little extra shit. While you over here, collective, trying to maintain your balance, somebody might be having a pregnancy scare, and I don't know. Maybe it's because they could be stepping out on this third party. Because y'all remember, I said something about a fourth cup that we didn't see on the table as Spirit came through with the confirmation. You feel me? Somebody could have been fucking with somebody else and they might have thought they was pregnant. So even though, right, they was with the third party, somebody started fucking with somebody else, y'all. Damn, and might have got pregnant or thought they was pregnant. And that was the fight that they had to where the police had to come out, y'all. Okay, like shit is getting real in Karmicville. Money getting fucked up. We saw this person in that 10 of wands. Because remember, I said earlier, you didn't need nobody coming in with a 10 of wands. Wait, it's in this deck over here. I think it's over here. Because this the tarot right here. With you being a 10 of pentacles on your own, right? You choosing that different path. Wait a minute. I know I remember. You choosing a different path and raising your standards, right? Page of Cups. Here we go. Them 10 of wands. Here we go. I knew I seen that 10 of wands. Right here. This is somebody who done got pregnant by somebody else, y'all. Even though they with the karmic. I'm telling you. And that could be, some of this judgment that's happening that's forcing somebody to have this reckoning, this, awakening, this being forced to reflect. But if anything, y'all see how on this card we got the wheel. This look like the wheel of fortune going on. Like, and sincere, you called it in the very beginning, tables turning. What was going around coming back around. you know Maybe this person who, remember I told y'all the flip side of the story. They tired of the drama that they going through over there because maybe they karmic slept with somebody else and they got pregnant or thought they was pregnant. You see what I'm saying? And they got into a bad fight, and I don't know why I heard somebody tried to get an abortion, like I said, and that was the reason why the police had got called out, but y'all take that how it resonates, you know. But this is a lot of drama. I got to burn a little Palo Santo after that ending right there, because that's a lot. This person, who's trying to come back to you, while you over here trying to keep your chakras balanced. That's their 10 of Wands. That's all that shit that they going through behind the scenes. Uh-huh. And I'm telling you, right, the shit coming back on that ass right there for real. Like a mug, sincere. That shit coming back on that ass. And now they steady looking at you, as that 10 of Pentacles, that they should have chose, and now everything, this in this Nine of Swords energy, right? You know, coming back to haunt them. This is what came out the first, few cards, right? Everything coming back to haunt them. What they did to you, that made you walk away, right? Remember what made you walk away, and you were divinely guided to. Remember, you were divinely guided to. But see, this is somebody who now, after all this shit, still want to do something impulsive. But man, look at these burdens on this person. I mean, they heartbroken not only because somebody probably done got pregnant on them and they fighting and they going through all this other shit, but this contract being broken between you and them as a result of this. This right here, right? Remember when I was being nosy and pulling from the top of the deck? Spirit gave me one more from the top. Current situation. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna switch up my style a little bit, pull from the top to get the cards to clarify. Then I shuffled to get the rest of the cards to clarify. You feel me? Like sometimes you gotta do something different. But but even with me doing something different, look what came out. This person got a lot of shit going on, and this is you over here just trying to keep your balance in the Two of Pentacles energy. But they still got this passion for you, like I said, and they feeling like maybe, even just maybe, if they do something impulsive, y'all, which would be come in with some lust, because at this point, that's all they got now, right? But even with the lust, that's devil energy. When you're lusting, that's devil energy, y'all. Okay? I can understand being very passionate. It's like, how it's a fine line between love and hate? Well, it's definitely a fine line between passion and lust. So, it's really hard to discern, but spirit is showing us that this is someone who's definitely coming in a lustful energy, hoping that, maybe they can get to you and get to some money because they know y'all was supposed to be this soulmate, this lover. They know, see, they know that they were supposed to be your lover. So they figure if they come in with some loving, you see what I'm saying? If they come in with some loving, even though they heartbroken right now, depressed. Like, I mean, we done already picked up on so much energy, right? Like they depressed, they heartbroken, and they got all this drama. Cause remember when I said something about, maybe they could be the one that's pregnant, right? And wanting you to co-parent with them because there was a card that came out in a previous reading, how they wanted, they could see you being a really good parent. Like they wanted to have a family with you and co-parent, like, seeing you as like family like that. And I know y'all heard that confirmation, seeing you as family like that. So that could be something for somebody out here. Somebody else could, their karmic, they could be the one that fucked around with somebody else and they wound up getting pregnant, but now wanting to come to you because they was over here sneaking around on the third party, and just it's a mess over there, like, because truth be told, they really wasn't happy with that third party, for real, So I don't know, y'all, but we got somebody who you've clearly ascended and moved way past, and you don't want them no more, is what I just heard. You don't want them no more. But now, people want to talk they shit. You see what I mean? They want to talk they shit. Like, maybe, now you think you better than people, or you too good now to, I mean, the bullshit. So this the reason why somebody want to try to send you a message, but seeing you as this ice queen. Seeing you as this ice queen, and then wait a minute. Last card, y'all, because I could keep going. I just was pulling from the bottom. This is somebody who still sees you as they twin flame. After all that, y'all. You see that? I'm gonna go. Because wait. Before I go, see, because I did say I was gonna love on y'all. I'm gonna get a closing message because we see, like I said, you've ascended past this person who still sees you as a soulmate. And now they seeing you as a twin flame soulmate, right? Spirit, I need a closing message. Please and thank you for the collective. Should I do it to y'all? I just might do it. Give me a closing message for the collective. What the collective needs to know. Wow. Bottom of the deck. This person is somebody who has an emphasis on external validation. So see, this is somebody who needs to have things to make them feel like they're whole. Like someone who has to find external objects or people or things to make them feel complete and whole. Spirit is letting you know that this is somebody, wow, look how they're chained to a cell phone. So maybe this is somebody who cares about how they look online, right? They're chained to whatever this image is that they're portraying to the world. They have an emphasis on external validation. Let me read the card, y'all. It says, will show up as constantly seeking approval or recognition from others, often at the expense of self-worth. It may manifest as feelings of insecurity, anxiety, or emptiness when external praise or acceptance is lacking. Wow. So this is somebody who loves for people to get him to kiss their ass, right? You know, that this is somebody who needs validation from others. Wow. Collective, this is somebody who still needs to do some shadow work. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. You know, the closing message, this person still needs to do some shadow work that's in your energy. This is not a twin who is ready to be a lifetime partner with you. This is a twin. Wow. Because see, even Spirit is giving me a whole lot of cards right now for this closing message. I got 2 cards and it fell out in the reverse and crossing on top. One card is on top of the third party sitch. But look at these cards right here. Spirit look like they want me to take those too. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Okay, that's all I'm taking. Spirit, look how you be doing me. I'm trying to get out of here. And y'all know I gotta read the bottom of the deck too. Man. Man. Okay, so the cards that came out on top of the third party sitch in the reverse, we have needing to address a hypervigilance wound in the reverse. Wow. And that card came out crossing this needing to heal an envy wound in the reverse. Whoa. And that fell out on the third party sitch? Damn. Okay, hold on. Hold on, y'all. I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck before I read these cards right here, because this looks like 1 covering these 1, 2, which are covering these 1, 2. Okay? So this is 5 cards right here. This person got some real issues, y'all. Okay? When I tell you they got some real issues. You waiting? You want to know? Okay. Bottom of the deck. I got to see it. Needing to address unresolved grief. Y'all see that? At the end of the day, which is the reason why they probably heartbroken. Like this heartbreak is some deeply rooted shit, y'all. Okay? With this person. Like for real, like this shit goes deep. Like it goes past you, collective, as we can see, which is the reason why they trying not to deal with the shit, even though they're having or being forced to deal with something with this judgment coming through right here, right? You know, that karma, that hit. Man, this right here, needing to heal the mother wound. Uh-huh. That right there. Which is covering these 2. Needing to address a lack of boundaries. Wow. Followed by needing to heal from narcissistic abuse. Wow. Was they mama a narcissist? And didn't have any boundaries? Is that what they mama did? The mama didn't have no boundaries? And then these cards were also covering needing to address vulnerability blockages. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, just off of this picture, I see this person feeling like if they speak and tell people what they feeling, that makes them feel vulnerable. So they don't want to talk. They don't like to talk about how they feeling, followed by needing to address existential despair. Damn. So this is somebody who's currently feeling like they're in the energy of despair. And we did see that, didn't we, y'all? When I first started this message, them being in that Five of Pentacles because they're being blocked. And then the block card still came out because what they don't realize, or maybe they are realizing it now, is that this contract is over. This contract is really over. Like, it's really over. You're done. Ain't no coming back to you. You have ascended past this person. And I know y'all just heard that confirmation, right? That was advice from spirit to this person. This is somebody who needs to address a hypervigilance wound, something that they wasn't doing, but maybe now they are, because it came out in the reverse, but crossing. And this card says, will show up as constantly scanning your environment for danger, over analyzing every situation, and feeling like you can never fully relax. You may struggle with sleep, peace of mind, and a persistent sense of needing to be on alert, even in safe spaces. This wound often stems from past trauma or survival mode, blocking inner calm, trust in others, and the ability to feel truly safe. So you see what I'm saying, y'all? This person, maybe because of this mother wounding, maybe because of what they've been through with their mom. See, they also have father wounding, because that card has been coming out in my other reads as well. Not only do they have father wounding, but now we see that they have mother wounding also. And it's something that makes this person hyper vigilant, like OCD, like they overly are paranoid about their safety, like with people, like they have anxiety real bad with that. And I think that came from this narcissistic abuse that they may have experienced from their mom. Because remember, all these cards came out covering closing message. Spirit wanted us to know that this person really has some major issues, which is the reason why they were an emotional manipulator. Because of what they went through as a child. This is somebody who still probably never really healed from the loss of a mother or a father now, too. Having the mother and father woundings. But I'm getting, in this case, they may not have really grieved the loss of their mom, the one who abused them, the one who probably had all these people in and out of their life because they had this lack of boundaries. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all, like, we're touching it. I don't know what made me grab this deck, to close out with, for, you to maybe see something about this person that I don't know might give you a soft spot for them. I don't know. But this is somebody who needs a lot of work, collective. They still need to grieve the loss of a mother. And they're still now needing to deal with this despair, this, I guess, abandonment, feeling left out in the cold, right? Still feeling like, I mean, you were home to them, and now they're left out in the cold. And they've already experienced abandonment from a mother who abused them verbally. If their mom was a narcissist, we already know that mom was verbally abusive, didn't speak life into this child as they were growing up, and made them feel like, I guess, if they spoke up on how they was feeling, they shouldn't. It made them now feel vulnerable to do that. And maybe this is somebody who now, with this needing to heal an envy wound, maybe at one point in time, they were envious of you. And maybe that's being worked on too, collective. Maybe that's what the closing message Spirit wanted you to know, is that because they were hyper vigilant from what they went through from a mother, is part of the reason why, well, I'm going to say the majority of the reason why this person acts the way they do. This is Spirit trying to explain their recklessness, because they had a mother who was reckless, who was narcissistic. So maybe that's how they became narcissistic. You see what I'm saying? These learned behaviors. This person who doesn't like to share their emotions because their mom never shared any emotions. I'm telling you. And you hear all these confirmations, all these vibrations, all these noises that are happening right now to confirm what I'm telling y'all. This is somebody who, if you do consider giving them another chance, collective, they dealing with some things, and really just might be an energy vampire, because this depression, this Nine of Swords energy that they're going through right now, like I said, is deeper than you. It's way deeper than you, collective. And that's the burden. That is their 10 of Wands, y'all. Wow. That's their 10 of Wands. Like, they still need to work on this mother wounding, this reflection, that, this reckoning, this judgment. That right there, if you go back to that, collective, that is somebody who will definitely, and I do mean definitely, throw your balance off. Okay, collective? Even though they see, here's the cold part. They feel like you're their twin. They feel like they need to get back to you for the grounding. They need to get back to you for the grounding. And they want to come in this lustful energy. But they know you're going to reject them. And they know that to be true. You are going to reject them, which is the reason why they're not coming forward. Collective. I didn't expect this. I'm going to get a message from Spirit, okay? Because even with that being a closing message, I still feel like I didn't really close, because Spirit is showing us that, I guess with these two cards here, this hypervigilance wound and the envy wound, with them coming out in the reverse and crossing, this is letting me know that something's happening for this person while they go through judgment, right? As they go through this reckoning, they're having to go within. They're having to reflect. They're having to answer some of these questions here. You know, why they lost you. Because we saw it right here. Okay? This is somebody who I feel like they lost you. This is a missed opportunity. Because you chose a different path and raised your standards. See, it's this Eight of Pentacles for me right here, coming through as the raising the standards, working on yourself. This is you working on your pentacles, working on yourself, putting in that work and effort on you and being dedicated to doing that. You committed to yourself when you chose yourself and walked away, right? And chose this other path, which is the reason why they want to come in with this apology. But I don't know, collective. Negativity is blocking the path from success. See? There's negativity still in this person's life that is blocking the path from success. And this, I think, the people around this person, it's the karmic energy. Because remember, we saw false narrative. I think it's all the lies being told right now that's preventing this person from even trying to come your way. Even though a change could be happening. Ooh, okay, something fell out. I had to catch it. Man, why did it look like it came out in the reverse? I don't want to take it in the reverse though, but it says the work you put in is paying off. Collective. That card came out in the reverse. So this is somebody who's not putting the work in, right? They not putting in the work. Is that what I mean? I see these cards that came out in the reverse and crossing. Something's happening, but they're not putting in the work, collective. Wow. This card at the bottom says, there are too many obstacles and blockages. Damn, look at that. Look, it's too many obstacles and blockages right now. But y'all see, this person is still lusting. You see that? But they still lusting now. They said they don't give a fuck. They still want you. That damn devil energy. It's way too many obstacles and blockages. I get it. I'm going to get one more for y'all, collective. One more. And I'm out. I'm out, y'all, okay? Ooh, see, No, you didn't, Spirit. No, you didn't. Look at what came out, y'all. Look at this. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm only going to take the top card. Work on releasing your fears so it can manifest. Is that right? Is that what Spirit is saying that they need to do? Well, we see that they're not doing the work, so the work you put in is paying off. So like I said, we see that they're not putting in the work. So that's the reason why this isn't manifesting, collective. Because it's a lot. They got to work on this mommy wounding, being a narcissist, them envying you, them being hyper vigilant, like over paranoid, not trusting people. Remember, I read this card. I'm gonna read it one more time for y'all. It says, will show up as constantly scanning your environment for danger, over analyzing every situation, and feeling like you can never fully relax. You may struggle with sleep, peace of mind, and a persistent sense of needing to be on alert, even in safe spaces. This wound often stems from past trauma or survival mode, blocking inner calm, trust in others, and the ability to feel truly safe. So, see, this is given as I was reading this card. This mother may have left this child alone to have to raise themselves, type of shit. Like this parent wasn't around because they was too busy running behind other people, right? With this card right here, running behind others and having a lack of boundaries. So this is what they saw their mama do, and the mama was narcissistic. So now they're narcissistic. So having to heal those demons, right? Of not trusting nobody, being hyper paranoid, not feeling like they can be, relaxed. Like, this is somebody who's anxious all the time because they're in survival mode. Like, this mama did some shit to this person, y'all. The bottom of the deck says, there is not enough confidence to fuel the situation. So see here, this person is in a really dark place, but still wanting passion and ecstasy from you. And y'all know why, right? Y'all know why. Because when I started this message, if I am not mistaken, I think we had the tantric sex at the bottom of the deck. Y'all gonna have to rewind this video because if I am not mistaken, they were blocked from the tantric sex. That was the energy. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. They're blocked from the tantric sex. Your healing sex is what they need because this is somebody who's really hurting, y'all. But unfortunately, this is an energy vampire, and Spirit is protecting you from them. We see it right here on the board with them being in this emotional pain. They're in this emotional pain, needing your tantric sex. But this contract is now over. There has been a separation in the spiritual courts. As above, so below. As this person could be going through a divorce right now in their life. Because I think I said that in my last message on Bigo. For those of y'all who aren't following me right now, please follow me here on YouTube and on Bigo. I'm on Bigo, y'all, StudStyle Tarot. But as I exit the building, this past person is heavily in your energy because they know that you could heal them. You could heal this pain because you were supposed to be a twin flame for them. But because they couldn't do the work or felt like they didn't want to do the work at the time when you were in their life, they pushed you away. That's what happened. They pushed you away. And now this is a missed opportunity. Collective, I'm going to leave it there. So much love and light. Till the next time. Y'all be good to each other. Namaste.